Calum, your thoughts on the game?
Really good clean sheet. Very, very pleased for Harry Tyra. Been outstanding for us over the course of 7 or 8 games, so it's good for him to finally have something to show for it. If you look at his performances over the course of them games, very, very pleased for Harrison Burke. Obviously Alex Ken alongside him to get a clean sheet. But not a game full of quality, just a little bit reflective of where we're at the moment. I don't think people realise how tough it is. Look at our squad. 15 outfield players named in the squad, 5 of them fullbacks, a third-year group. Centre midfielders brought Harry McEwen on loan. It's tough. Every week is about finding the solution to. Read some nonsense about opposition and doing this and why don't we just. We've had different personnel every week. We don't have midfield players. We've been light at centre half. So really pleased to win the game. Just that, and absolutely delighted that what the players have been in terms of. The biggest consistent right away from the start of the season has been their appetite, and I think you can see that, and it's something that's been levelled at teams at Chester. Their appetite for winning games of football and their commitment to the cause is outstanding, as good as anything I've ever seen, and I think that's got us through tonight. So overwhelming. If you asked how was the game, just delighted for the players that they've got something to show for how hard they've worked.
And a quality goal that got you the points.
Yeah, we created some chances, they created some as well. We have the chance right at the end of the first half. We have a couple in the second half. I thought we were better in the second half. I thought we were. We had to play one of our 5 fullbacks in midfield. He can do that job. He's done that a lot. He was excellent for us. But just had to try and be a little bit more resolute. It wasn't a half-time dragging, if you like, of Ewan Murray. I thought it was. He was sacrificed a little bit for he might not contribute as much at set plays. So if we were going to bring someone on to play in that position. The goal really good, great finish, unbelievable ball, great shape on it. He's got real quality, Harry. But I just thought the work rate, the work ethic, the attitude. I've used the word a lot when I've spoken around being genuine, and that's what this group are. And that gets you when you're right up against it the way we are. People think injuries are just like an opt-in, happens to every team. See the 7-a-side team sat behind the bench. That was like, do you remember the Pepsi Max advert? They've got unbelievable set of footballers. That's what it was like. That is the equivalent of Figo, Ronaldo, Beckham, all rolling up in the same place. And we had them sat behind our dugout tonight.
And the lad from Wigan did very well on loan.
He did. I think it took a little spell to get going because it's very different to perhaps the type of football he's played recently in reserve games. We've had to bring players in when the time's been right, and I like to think that they've done okay at least. I thought Kieran Coates, when we had to bring him in, Danny Devine when we've had to act. And we've had to act because no one seems to realise if you rip Weeks and Glendon and Earl, now Thomas and Lynch, honestly, and then Liam Edwards out of the team, they walk in at any team at this level. So when we've had to act, we had to act at right back with Coatesy, we had to act at centre midfield with Danny Devine. We've done the same with Harry. We've got some contacts, would you believe, that we've been able to sort of bring players in. And I thought he's done really well tonight. And it's nice that he's been able to have a say in the result in terms of having the assist for the goal.
And Archer, when you give him space, can be lethal, but you didn't give him any space tonight.
No, they've had some chances. I think at times we didn't deal with diagonal ball. In the first half, we didn't deal with straight balls into Archer, and ultimately there was a moment for him to receive, protect, set, and then get runners off, and I thought that troubled us a little bit. In the second half, it was more about diagonal balls and not quite being able to get out and stop crosses, and if you give Jordan Archer chances, he's done that at this level. But I think that is, Alex Kenyon's been brilliant right the way through, but again, I don't think he realise how young Harrison Burke is. His birthday today, to be fair, he turns 20. For him to be doing what he's doing, outstanding. And if you want to play with a back 4, you can only play 2 centre halves, and we've gone with those 2 today. I thought Harrison was excellent, limiting a good. So they're a good side. Everyone knows that I think Liam Watson been great for me. My previous job, we've got a really good relationship. They've got good players, and for us, it's a really good clean sheet. But I repeat that point about Harry Tyra again. He's been outstanding for 8 games, as good a goalkeeper as I've seen us have since we reformed. And for him to be able to have his clean sheet is. He's probably deserved it a couple of times in games, so for him to have that, I'm really pleased.
And Harry Tyra and the rest of them move on to the FA Cup on Saturday.
Yeah, look, it's tough. The games come thick and fast. For me, I said what I was going to be like after the game. Don't misunderstand a lack of analysis as to what we did and they did. Just delighted for the players. They deserve that because I love working with them. I love working with this group particularly. I think they are incredible. I just want everyone to understand how important the FA Cup's going to be to us, because it's been levelled at us before. I've seen some of that from being here, I've seen some of it in the stand, and I've seen it from being around the club. It will be everything to us, trust me. I won't sleep tonight, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, knowing that the FA Cup. And what I will say, people might not like hearing this, in terms of levels, I know because I come from that level, the standard that you can produce in and around that Northern Prem Division 1 at times can be closer to this level than the actual National League Premier is, because there's so many clubs in the National League that are so far ahead that are as if League 2 clubs. There'll be no element of us underestimating teams. You know, I've been in the other dressing room. I've been in that at that level. The FA Cup's going to be everything to us. The fans, for the way they've been with the team, they deserve a run in some moments. The players deserve that. The entire football club does. So really understand we're going to make a real focus on the FA Cup, and that will be in the build up to Saturday's game. And then, like I say, Saturday it'll be like the FA Cup final for us.